In this recording, we're going to discuss bone growth and bone disorders. So not only do your bones grow longer, they also grow wider. So as bones grow in length, we call this longitudinal growth. This involves the division of the chondrocytes. We've mentioned when we talked about ossification that in order to make new bone, you first have to make new cartilage. Appositional growth, however, is increasing the diameter of the bone by adding bone to the periosteum. Okay, so we're going to increase the circumference. Your bone's going to get thicker, y'all. Over time, the circumference of the bone increases as the lamella are replaced by osteons, okay, and the marrow cavity becomes larger as well. And so it might be a little hard to see that the medullary cavity has gotten a little bit bigger, but we can definitely see that the overall bone has gotten quite a bit bigger. Now, why might we want our bones to get thicker? Well, as you grow, you get heavier. Okay, and if you think about little baby legs, little tiny baby legs, y'all. Put an adult body on little tiny baby legs. And first of all, that's kind of funny. But second of all, those legs, those little tiny baby legs, just aren't going to be strong enough to support an adult upper body. So as we put more stress on our bones have to compensate for that. And one of the ways they do that is to become thicker to support that extra weight as we continue to grow. So there are several different factors that play a role in how much cell division occurs at the epiphyseal plate and how long cell division occurs at the epiphyseal plate. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the factors that are going to affect how much we grow. One of those main factors is hormones. Okay, and we are going to talk about several specific hormones, but just as a general category, hormones are chemical messengers that are secreted by your endocrine glands. They have target cells, and once they reach those target cells, they begin chemical processes or physiological processes that are required in your body. So, two of those are thyroid hormone and growth hormone. Okay, so both of these play a role in your bone growth. Thyroid hormone is necessary for proper growth and development during childhood because this is your main metabolic hormone. Okay, so if you do not have enough thyroid hormone as you are growing up, you are probably not going to get as tall as you could have. Okay. Now, growth hormone, it will not shock you to learn that growth hormone does make you grow. Okay, this is secreted by your anterior pituitary gland, which is this little guy. Okay, this is your posterior, so this is your whole pituitary gland. There's your anterior. This enhances protein synthesis and cell division of pretty much all tissues, but that does include both skeletal muscle tissue as well as bone tissue themselves. So again, if you don't have enough growth hormone as you are quote unquote growing, you aren't going to grow very tall. Now, we got a couple more hormones. Testosterone. Okay, now, most people have heard of testosterone. They know it as the predominant male sex hormone. It has a couple of effects on your bone growth. First, it increases appositional growth, okay, causing bones in males to become thicker with more calcium deposits compared to females. Okay. So male bones tend to be thicker. Okay. It also increases the rate of mitosis at the epiphyseal plate. This is what causes those growth spurts in your teenage years. Ironically, it also accelerates the closure of the epiphyseal plates. Okay, and so as you know, we do have a window of time to where we can continue to grow. We talked about the idea of being between about 18 and 20 by the time you're really not going to grow anymore. Now, estrogen the predominant female sex hormone, also plays a role in bone growth. Estrogen plays a role by increasing the rate of longitudinal bone growth. Okay, so this helps your bones get longer, so you become taller. It also inhibits osteoclast activity, and if you remember, osteoclasts were the bone destroyers, which is kind of nice. So we don't necessarily want to, undo everything that we're trying to currently do. You don't want to simultaneously try to, grow a bunch of new bones, and then here you got osteoclasts on the other side trying to break it all down. We don't want that. Okay. When estrogen levels spike, this also leads to growth spurts in females. However, just like testosterone, estrogen also accelerates the closure of epiphyseal plates, but at a much faster rate compared to testosterone. This is the predominant reason for the average height difference between males and females. Now, I'm sure at some point in your life you have met an exceptionally tall female, and that is okay. Okay, these are just averages. Okay, on average, males tend to be taller than females. Okay, and again, the hormones play a big role.